Okay, good morning, guys. So welcome back to DevOps sessions. Okay, so am I audible, guys? Online team, anyone please confirm? Yes, thanks. So hey, new version is nothing but what, guys? New version is nothing but what? Tell me first. Tag only, right? See, whenever you build new version is nothing but in Docker file, in source code, any changes will come. Again, we can run the Docker build, right? Whenever you run the Docker build, instead of giving same image name, you can give some tag, image version. That's it. Push that image. Instead of giving same image, give different same image name following by some version. V1, V2, V3, V4. That's it. There is no separate process here. Just Docker build -t. So tag name, you can give version, image V1, image V2, image V3. Same image you can tag. Understand here? Okay, so let me share my screen. So go to Paint. Okay, guys. So the Docker file. Okay, what are the instructions we discussed yesterday? Docker file instructions. Run. From run workdir, copy, entry point, CMD. Yeah, add. Okay. So here, in the Docker file, the first one is from. Whatever image you are going to clone, you need to give into the from instruction. Okay. And next one is what? If you want to run any local executable commands, use run. Okay. And if you want to copy anything, give copy. And if you want to execute anything, give CMD. Is this clear, everyone? And also entry point. Both are same. But the difference is entry point is a fixed environment. So CMD we can change the argument while running the Docker run. Okay. These are we discuss. So guys, my question is here. For example, you have a project that we already done deployment on the Tomcat, that is Maven project. Okay, Java source code we build by using Maven and we can deploy into the Tomcat, right? So in that project, how we can implement by using Docker? That is my question here. Yeah, how we can implement? Very good. So okay, from Maven, can I take Maven directly from Maven? Okay. And okay, next from Maven, next. Tell me, guys. Maven build. Okay. So the first one is Maven, but we need to deploy into the Tomcat, right? We need to deploy into the Tomcat, right? So then how we can do it, Tomcat? Again from Tomcat, okay? Okay, from Tomcat. Okay, but two are different, right? So if you can see, this is multi Docker file, multi-stage Docker file. I mean multi-build. So one is for Maven, one is for Tomcat. So okay, then if you want to develop everything from the scratch, what we can do? So Maven you are taking from the existing, right? If you want to develop from the scratch everything, yeah, very good. From Ubuntu. Understand the process? Okay. So the just leave for the Docker file, leave about the Docker file. So if you can see here in EC2 instance, if you have a EC2 instance, if you want to develop this project, so sorry, if you have a source code, if you have a Java source code, okay, if you have a Java source code, this Java source code, to run this Java source code, we need to deploy this Java source code, we need Tomcat. Okay. To build this source code, we need Maven. To run this Maven Tomcat, we need EC2 instance. Is this clear? EC2 instance. So we just create EC2 instance and install Maven and install Tomcat and clone the repository. We can run the Maven build or Maven install Maven something packages, and we need to deploy in your jar for our wirefile into the our Tomcat server, right? This is the process we already discussed. But if it is on Docker, this is on virtualization concept and cloud virtualization concept. But this is on if it is in Docker. If it is in Docker, this is the process. So in this process, we need a EC2 instance. So here we need a Ubuntu server. Here EC2 instance may be Amazon Linux server or Ubuntu server here also. But in this Ubuntu server, we'll get all dependencies. But in this Ubuntu server, we'll get only the required minimum dependencies. I can say one or two only. So in this case, the first requirement is done here and here. We have we require a server, so here also we got a server by using Docker from Ubuntu. The next what we need to do, install Maven here. So here install Maven, that is from Maven image. So here install Tomcat, again from Tomcat, from the image. So how we can understand? This is the scenario, guys. So can't we take directly Maven? You can take directly Maven. You can take directly Tomcat. You can run. So this related server is running the backend. I mean, when I say server, image. Understand? The related Maven, if you got a Maven here, the background one Docker file will run to generate a Maven. Okay, that is taking care by cloud provider. Sorry, Docker providers. Is this clear, everyone? Any questions here? Anyone has any questions? Okay, so our next requirement. So yesterday we have already seen what Python, right? Python Docker file. Anyone has any doubts on Python Docker file? Anyone has any doubts on Python Docker file? No. So here, what we need to understand, we need a pip command, we need a requirement.txt. So requirement.txt, we are going to add the required dependencies in that. Okay, we can build the project. Understand? So like that, we have a one more, that is Node.js project. Okay, so 3 Docker files. We are going to mainly focus Python, Node.js, Java. Okay, so Python, I think yesterday we are already done. If you have any questions, you can ask me in here or Telegram. So now we want to discuss under Java and Node.js. Okay, okay. So let's go to my repository. So what I'm going to do here for your understanding. Okay. So first I'm going to explain where is the Node.js. Okay. So first we need to understand how to know how Node.js will work. Okay, then we can go for Docker file. So first we can understand how to run Node.js on EC2 instance. If we know the process like Maven, how we can implement Maven and Tomcat on the EC2 instance, now we can easily understand if we can write a Docker file, right? The same thing, I'm going to explain how to build a Node.js on EC2 instance. The same steps we can convert into Docker image. That's it only. Okay. So if you can see here, there is this in that the package.json. So package.json is for dependency file here. Dependency file here, like pom.xml, like requirement.txt. Okay, this is not our responsible. I'm saying just only that. So, and if you can see index.js is the code, just something welcome to DevOps training and all. Okay, so in this Node.js, first, if we want to run this Node.js and into your Node.js application to your EC2 instance, first you can create one EC2 instance and install Node on that. Okay, let me create a one EC2 instance. Okay, Node.js. Okay. Let me check. Install on. Yeah. Just connect this one. Okay. So I'm going to install first Git, right? I'm install Git -y. Oh, so Git clone. So I'm going to clone the sample Node.js on EC2. CD. So I'm in the project now. So I'm able to see my index.js, readme.md as just instructions, package.json and lock for that version lock for the package lock.json. So in the package.json, we need to run the package.json to install the dependencies. Same like pom.xml, same like requirement.txt in the Python. So first what I need to do in this EC2 instance, I need to install Node.js. So if you want to run Python project, you need to install Python like that same. So if you can go to my document. Okay. So install Node.js and npm using nvm. If you can see here, node version, okay, node version manager. So I'm going to use the install the nvm first, and on top of that I'm going to install the node.js node by using nvm. Before that I'm going to install the nvm. Okay, this is node version manager. So to install node, first we need to install this one. Okay, so let me copy this one. Okay, our next step is I'm going to activate the nvm. No such file directory. Where is my NVM? Here. Okay, let me go and check NVM version. Okay, NVM is not installed. Copy. Okay, it is done now. Copy. Okay, so now, so my NVM is installation done. So I'm going to install Node by using NVM. Okay, Node version manager. So I need a Node.js. I need a Node.js means node to run your application. So I'm going to run a Node.js. Install a Node.js by using NVM command. Okay, done. 21.7.3 version. So if you want to check, you can check your Node and NPM versions. Okay, one is for 21.7.3, one is for 10.5.0. So now, not required. Okay. Yeah. So in my end, I need to already install Git, right? This is Ubuntu instruction. You can just take for M version and already clone. Now you need to go for Node.js and EC2. Just I'm in the Node.js and EC2 program. So I need to install npm. Okay. Let's go. So here npm is like a Maven, like a pip for Python. Okay. So and Node.js is a npm. So whenever you can give npm install, if you can see here, okay, the required packages will install from the package.json into your source code, same like a mvn install. Okay, same like a pip install, and in node.js npm. Okay, so whenever I run this npm install, it is going to install npm. Okay, sorry, I have to go inside, right? Same like we have to go inside pom.xml, we need to install the packages, right? Same like we have to go inside the project, we need to install the npm install. Yeah, correct, correct. So now next is what? Start the project. So it is going to start index.js. My code is there inside. So if we want to run any Node.js project, we need an npm. Okay. So we are going to install npm by using node. Okay. It will take some time. We'll see. Okay. So let's take this IP and hit here. So Node.js application will run on 5000 port number. Let's go and verify. Okay, I need to enable the SG groups. Sorry, this one. No need for 80. Okay. So, okay. This is for just front end. That's what we can give the 80. If you want to configure inside application, we can need to give the 5000. So if you can see, welcome to DevOps training. So what we can understand from here. So what we can understand from here. Yes, at least we need to know npm here. That's it only for the Node.js project. Okay. And we need to concentrate on, we have a package.json, like a pom.xml, like a requirement.txt. These three just we need to understand. Okay. So if you know these three, we can easily do the practical on Node.js applications also. Okay. So don't stick on always Maven. Just try to understand Python and Node.js requirements also. Maybe in your projects, maybe they are using Node.js also, right? In that case, you have to understand. So, okay. So in this project, how to implement Docker? So here we are installing the Node.js. Okay. And we are installing the packages. We are starting the project. Tell me. How to implement Docker for this? Mm. So we are installing Node.js, right? And then installing packages in the source code. And then, yeah. So can I take Node.js directly from the image? So on top of that, I can run the npm install and npm start. Is this clear? Same like Python. So if you can see this, my Docker file now. Any Docker file, if you can say Node.js Docker file. Okay, are you able to understand? Any questions on this? Okay, just leave it. Build is not required. We can, if you install build also done. So we can run build here also, no problem. In the EC2 also, we can run the build, no problem. Sorry, this is 3000, right? Okay, not 5000. So Flask is a 5,000. Flask framework is 5,000. Tell me guys, what you can understand from this. The first one is what? Hmm? Node.js we need. So we are taking directly Node.js. Otherwise, you can take from Ubuntu. On top of that, by using run command, install your Node.js, make it your Node.js is ready. Okay. And next. Okay, they are set work directory. Okay, next. So this package JSON you are copying to this directory. Okay, and next. So otherwise it will not install, right? npm install, if you want to install, the package.json should be there in your working directory. Same thing. So if you can see here in my EC2 instance, yeah. So here, if you observe or not, if I give my npm install here, I'm getting an error. I'm outside of the project. So you should be there inside the project, then it will run the npm install. Understand? Okay, next. What is this meaning? Mm, Very good. Copy all files, whatever files is there in your source code. I mean, come here, give a less. Yeah. So whatever files are there, all here. See here only index.js is there, right? But let me show you here. This is sample project of Node.js. If you can go SRC, see many components are there here. Understand? It has to go for all the dependencies and add here. So if I run here, my npm will not start. Understand? If you can see my, let's go back again. If you can see here, so many components are there to run Node.js. Okay, this is not our responsibility anyway. If you can see my package.json there and where? Outside. But it has to go back. Back 2 steps means go back. It will take all copy of your source code. Understand? Into your directory, whatever directory you have. So you tell me guys, if you want to run this project, for example, so where should I run? I mean, dependencies, need to install dependencies. Where should I run here? You should be in the package.json folder. You are able to see package.json from there. So then only you can run. But inside source code, only code will be there inside src folder, right? Inside src folder, there is no package.json. Understand here? So if, for example, if you can see work directory app, in this app, copy this package.json. I mean, app is here. Copy package.json. If I want to copy source, it has to go 2 steps back, right? To go inside the source code. That's what they are giving. Copy everything. So if I run npm, will it work now? Install. Everything is copied inside, right? So it will work. So build whatever. These are the same like a goals. Build, install something like a Maven. Okay. Now, what is this? Entry point, like Python start, like npm start. So here already we are done these 2 steps, right? npm install, npm start in EC2 instance, how to start, how to install. Same thing we are doing by using Docker file. Understand any confusion here? If you give this or not, no problem. Any questions? Why npm? We are very clear now. To install all dependencies, we are already done in EC2 instance. Okay. And next. To start the Node.js, start your Node.js server, we need to use the npm start. To start your Python server, we can start Python your file name like that. So so if I run this Docker file, so till what line going to execute now? If I build this project, till what line my Docker file will build? Till 20 only. Understand? So this one will run whenever run your Docker image. Is this clear, guys? Yes. Clear? Any confusion? Okay. So now just now I can start the process. So I'm going to clone this repository. Okay. So I think this is not my instance. There is no Docker here. Let's go to Docker instance. Let me connect. Okay. Okay, my Docker is ready. Let's go Docker version. Okay, client is only there. Okay, systemctl start Docker. Okay, sudo. Oh, okay. This is different one. Let's go to root now. Okay, so Docker version. Okay, so I'm going to run from the root. You can run from anywhere. If you want to run from EC2, we need to add EC2 into that Docker group. Otherwise, we can run into the root. Okay, so how to check the images? Docker images. Guys, I want to delete this all images. How to do it? Docker system prune hyphen. It will ask us none. All deleted. If you do multiple times multiple practice, right? Multiple images are going to create. Just you can do this command, but now here only, not for real time. So if you can go for Docker PS, so I'm able to see multiple containers. How to remove this? Okay, Docker RM. Container ready. What is the error? Container is already running. If you want to delete, first you should stop the container and delete the container. Is this clear? How to stop the container? Docker stop container ID and delete it. Otherwise, we have a command what? If you can give force, it will delete it. Okay. And we have one more command. We can delete all. Guys, just please wait for 2 minutes.